Dive into the fun world of letters with Sparkle Denae's ABC Word Chase and Coloring Book. Looking for an exciting and educational way to help your little ones explore their ABCs? Look no further. This engaging book not only allows your child to practice tracing the alphabet, but also includes tracing words and coloring fun pictures in between. It's kid-friendly, kid-approved, and the perfect blend of learning and creativity. Get your copy today and watch your child's learning journey light up with joy.
Come explore the world of t-shirts and self-expression by visiting In the Loop Radio Etsy shop. No matter what type of person you are, a trendsetter or a free spirit, our varied selection of t-shirts is made to complement your unique style. Shopping at In the Loop Radio isn't just about finding exceptional goods. It's about connecting with a vibrant community that celebrates creativity. So, don't hesitate to visit us, and let your next stop be your best stop at In the Loop Radio Etsy shop.
Looking for custom products with a flair? Then stop by our new Etsy shop at Fit So Flawless Customs. Our curated collection features a diverse array of handcrafted treasures that add a touch of uniqueness to your life. Whether you're searching for the perfect gift or looking to treat yourself to something new, we got you covered. So don't be shy. Give us a try at Fit So Flawless, where you will find your fit.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the LifeScope channel. On your way in, be sure to like, share, definitely subscribe and support the channel. It's always appreciated. So have you guys heard about 23andMe filing for bankruptcy? Now, when I saw this article, I just thought it was only a matter of time, because I am literally one of those people who would not willingly give my genetic information or blood to a company, even if it's under the guise of ancestry or checking out those different types of things, because you never know what's going on with that company. It's not like the hospital. The hospital has all of our information if you've ever gone to the hospital. Dentists have your dental record information, so your protective health information is stored at different facilities. But those are things that is geared towards our health and wellness. However, with something like 23andMe, to do tests to see what your genetic makeup is, so to speak, and for them to say on some of those tests that this is for entertainment purposes. So this is not something that has been deemed legitimate, and people literally just giving away their spit samples to these companies. No, I wouldn't do anything like that. If anything, I would be a borderline prepper if I could. Just one of those people who like, it's going down. Make sure you got your bug out bags. Make sure you got everything you need. Make sure you got a place to go for when stuff happens, because you just never know. Now, I'm not saying that to be conspiracy theorist or to just be, stirring up any type of scary vibes, but those things are real. So with 23andMe, reason why they filed for bankruptcy, or one of the reasons why, is because of the data privacy and security. Like the recent data breach that they had compromised the information of approximately 6.9 million users. That is 6.9 millions of people whose genetic information is in the hands of hackers. What are these hackers going to do with these people's spit samples and knowing what their genetic makeup is supposed to be? Now, hackers accessing genetic profiles could misuse personal data for identity theft, blackmail, or unauthorized research.
After DNA testing firm 23andMe filed for bankruptcy this week, experts say users need to take action to protect their data. The firm was booming only a few years ago, but its reputation suffered after a huge tech breach in 2023 that exposed the data of some 7 million customers. Now, CyberScout founder and data protection expert Adam Levin says people need to realize how valuable their DNA data is.
If this information gets in the wrong hands, if it gets in the hands of a criminal, with all the deep fakes that we have, deep fake audio, deep fake video, and all the different ways that people are trying to be in a position to convince someone else that they're you, if they have their hands on your DNA, that is a big step toward becoming you in the eyes of someone else.
Levin says California's state attorney general has recommended that customers go to their 23andMe account, download their data, and delete it. Meanwhile, the future of the firm remains uncertain. Founder and co-CEO Anne Wojcicki has stepped down for now, but says she intends to make a new takeover bid after she failed in several previous offers. Her last bid valued 23andMe at about $11 million, below its current value of $50 million, and a far cry from its $6 billion peak in 2021. Whoever takes over, they'll acquire the data held by the company. However, Pearson Ferdinand lawyer Mariam Messiha says a new owner would be bound by existing terms and conditions.
So essentially what that means is the acquiring company has to uphold the same standards to the information that 23andMe has already put in place, but users should be cognizant that there likely might be a transfer of that information and understand who that third-party acquirer is meant to be.
Now 23andMe says it will keep operating while it tries to find a buyer, though it didn't say whether there were other interested parties besides Wojcicki. On Monday, its shares lost nearly half their value following the bankruptcy news.
So a few other reasons why I just don't think sharing your genetic information with companies such as 23andMe is because of who they possibly could share your information with. The third party sharing, like when we do stuff with credit, for instance, and then they have third party sharing, and then they have something to where you could opt out because you don't want your information going to another company. And then have you noticed that lately, over the past, I'm going to say about 10, maybe even 15 years, there has just been such an uptick in just robocalls and all of these spam calls and all of these people that's just trying to call your phone number that you did not give out to, and they're trying to sell you something. If they are doing that, clearly your number might be on some type of list with, whether it's like maybe at the doctor, or something to where possibly third-party sharers have a hold of your information or can get your information, and they are calling, trying to advertise to you different types of things. And it's annoying as hell for them to just call the mess out of people and you didn't give your number. But companies may share anonymized or even identifiable genetic data with pharmaceutical companies, researchers, or insurers without users fully understanding the extent of the data exchange. So just think about that. And then what about health insurance discrimination? Even though we do have an insurance act that's supposed to prevent from insurance companies discriminating against people that may have certain type of disabilities or diseases, that doesn't mean that they can't find some type of loophole to either increase your premium or to try to deny you coverage. And also you got to think about inaccurate or misleading results. What if the genetic testing gave a false positive. Like, have you guys seen Law and Order SVU, the episode where they literally was splicing genetic stuff in a lab? Like, they had a little bit of a person's genetic information, and then they took it to a lab, and then they was splicing it, and then they was pinning crimes on that person, or they was doing stuff with it, and it went for a high price, like on the black market. I don't remember what episode that is, but I do remember that because I was like, that's something that could really happen. And with people willingly giving their information just for them to say you were traced back to Ghana, or you traced back to Ireland, or this and that, but they're not really giving you specifics of who your relatives are. Like some of the companies have said, this is for entertainment purposes. So I wouldn't dare try to give my data to some company like that, and it has nothing to do with my health or well-being. Lastly, keep in mind that this can also be potential misuse in law enforcement. Like, some genetic databases cooperate with law enforcement for solving crimes. Now, while this has helped resolve cold cases, it also raises questions about privacy rights and the ethical use of genetic data in criminal investigations. So once again, it's one of those ethical questions of, you just went to a 23andMe that's supposed to be specifically for one thing, but you wanted to pull genetic data to solve a crime instead of going to court and getting court orders like you are supposed to do in order to get the genetic data from whoever you are suspecting of a crime. So it brings a lot of things into play by using this type of company. And I'm pretty sure people, they just want to know things that help make them up as a person. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we just have to be careful with our genetic information. So let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And oh yeah, until next time. Bye.